everyone, I'm Norn Queen Alexis and welcome back to the channel and welcome to my Space Marine Showcase video. This is most of my Space Marines. There's still a few projects that need to be done and a few things that need to be painted. You'll see 3 of them right there. But holy cow, there is so much to go through. So let's just jump right into this. Where should we start? I guess we go from one side to the other and around in a squiggly pattern. So, let's take a look. This army actually has a few Rhinos, but the Rhinos are shared between multiple armies, so you'll notice that a lot of them are sister battle Rhinos. I tend to just use Rhinos as Rhinos. They're used for my Sisters of Silence, my Space Marines, my Sisters, my Milita as well. Then we have 2 Vindicator Laser Destroyers. These things are really good. And a lot of this is going to be 30k as well as 40k. So there's going to be a lot of mixing in here. So if you're not familiar with weapon choices like these Predators here, these are probably going to be a 30k army. And 30k is a much better game and you should definitely play it. So, 2 Vindicators. A Land Raider. Where is it? A Land Raider. A Land Raider. We have 3 Land Raiders in this army. We used to have 5. I gave away 1 and traded another one. But we do have 3 Land Raiders. This is a Godhammer. This one is a Godhammer, and this one is a Redeemer. I actually really like the Redeemer. I think they're really good. They're really good in 40k. 30k, they're not Redeemers, but they do have the Flamestorm cannons for some reason. Which is something that me and Victor are still trying to figure out, because the Flamestorm cannon didn't come out until M36. So, you know, 30k, not having good lore. My cat is chewing on food in the background. Then we have 2 Spartan tanks. One is kitted out for anti-vehicle. The other one is kitted out for, well, it's still anti-vehicle, but it's going to have a heavy bolter and another heavy bolter. Twin heavy bolter on top, just to deal a little bit of extra damage. We have 2 Scorpiuses. I do want to up this to a 3rd Scorpius. That's part of the plan. These 2 Scorpiuses are, I call them the friend makers for a reason. They literally always overperform in every 30k game. In 40k I run them as Whirlwinds, and Whirlwinds are really good. Then I have 3 Demos pattern Predators, and they each have a heavy conversion beamer. And the side sponsons are just going to be las cannons. They have the Volkite weapons right now, but the Volkite weapons they're kind of a waste of time in 30k, to be honest, unless you have a Legion-specific thing that makes Volkite good. Then we have a heavy weapons squad here. There's only 7 of them because, and I'm probably not going to keep these, because my buddy plays Death Guard, and his Death Guard need more heavy weapons, so I'm probably just going to give these to my buddy Diddy. Then we have 15 Hellblasters. These things were amazing last edition. They're good this edition. In front of them, we have the first 3 units of ghillie suit wearing, what are these guys called?
Eliminators.
Eliminators. Victor is here to help me with names. So, standing next to them, we have 5 Devastators with las cannons. This is a Horse Heresy setup, so 5 of them with heavy weapons. Then we have 3 of these gun batteries. Each one has a twin las cannon on it. These things were insane last edition with Dark Angels. Now they're just kind of meh. We have Thunderfire Cannon. I got this from my buddy Mike, and I'm really happy with it. I painted it up in a day, and I want to test it out. I'm probably going to use it more in 30k than 40k, and I'm just going to use it as a quad mortar. Okay, then we have the Sakaran. This Sakaran has the Accelerator autocannons and 2 las cannons and a heavy bolter. Then we have 2 Sakaran Arcuses, and I'm probably going to run them without the side sponsons, but if I need to, they're just going to be heavy bolters because I want to keep these things cheap. But the las cannons are also good with the Arcus missile launcher. The Arcus is very similar to the Scorpius in the fact that it doesn't need line of sight. No, it does need line of sight now, but it shoots like crazy and it's super powerful. I really like these things, but they're hard to take to games because mine are still the resin ones. So you can see some of the resin on them. I like them. I need the new kit, but the new kit only has this gun, and this gun is really bad. So I'm waiting for the upgrade sprue that'll contain all of the weapons for the Sakaran before I buy it. Repulsor execute... No, this is just the Repulsor with all of the miniguns and all of the guns. I have fielded this thing a grand total of once ever since owning it. That's it. Just once. I don't like it. It's a good tank. Like, it is a solid tank. I just don't like it. Then we have 3 Predators over here. These are Annihilators, all with las cannons. I have a Gladiator here with multi-meltas and the twin las cannon. This is another tank that's only been fielded once, and it was in an Apocalypse game, along with that tank, which was fielded in the same Apocalypse game. Oh, that is so many tanks. Did we get through all of these? Yes, we did. Okay, going up fast attack, we have Jetbikes. These are Sky Hunter Jetbikes, and you'll note these 3 at the front don't have anything yet. We're going to explain that. Most of these have multi-meltas. 3 of them have plasma cannons. Plasma cannons are really good if you're going second. If you're going first, you want the multi-meltas. Jetbikes in 30k are insanely good. With Dark Angels, you can give them all the wings. You can even give them a re-rollable shroud save, which makes them insane. A lot of people think that they should be toughness 5 with 2 wounds. I fully disagree. I don't think they need the 2 wounds. They deep strike and they blow something up that's 3 times their points already. So I don't think they need it. I think they're fine as is. These 3 in the front, there's actually 6 of these. I only got 3 of them built so far. They're all going to be characters on Jetbikes. So 2 of these are going to be Masters of the Forge. 1 of them is going to be an apothecary. 1 is going to be a captain, and 1 is going to be a chaplain. Then we have 3 land speeders. 1 of these is a Talon Master, and 2 of them are just land speeders, and you'll note there's no weapons on them. I'm in the process of magnetizing their weapons, and I'm probably going to give them dual plasma cannons. That is a 30k option. I don't bring these things to 40k because, well, they just don't look good. I think they look silly enough for 30k. Then we have the Dark Shroud here. And we have 2 Storm Raven gunships, which I still think are pretty dumb looking, but I like them. They look much better on the much higher flight stand. You'll note with the... wow, I've never fielded this thing. What is it called? Do you know what the small aircraft is called?
Storm Eagle.
No, that's a big one like these.
Storm Raven?
Nope, that's also that.
I have no idea what that thing is called.
Storm Talon?
No, isn't that a different thing?
I think that might be the Storm Talon. I've never brought it to a game. Mostly because aircrafts are hard to travel with.
Let me look that up.
Yep. So then we have all of the bikes. We have 3 full bike squads with 2 melta guns and a combi weapon. No longer a combi weapon because combi weapons are terrible. So all the sergeants, I have to rip their hands off and give them thunder hammers because they're free now, so there's no reason to take any other weapon but the thunder hammer. GW did not think that one through at all.
It is a Storm Talon.
I was right. Then I have 3 attack bikes. Each one is going to have a multi-melta. This one, its multi-melta broke off. We have a Raven Wing Black Knight squad, all with plasma and with the apothecary in there. So originally, you could take these guys in a unit of 5 and then attach the apothecary in 9th edition. Now in 10th edition, they are a squad of 5 with the apothecary in there. But I tend to just run the apothecary on his own as a Mark 6 Space Marine apothecary with bike for 30k. Whew. There is so much. Then we have 2 10-man assault intercessor squads. I don't know if these things are good. I've never fielded them. I kind of just got them in a box set and thought they were really cool. But now they can take thunderhammers. The sergeant can. So there's that. And you'll also note that my sergeants are really easy to pick out in my squads because of their mohawks.
All the better for the Vindicari to kill them.
Oh, too bad they're not characters.
Yeah,
Speaking of Vindicaris, I think we have 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I have 2 intercessor squads here. I don't think I have a third. I never found a reason to take more than 2, except for one game of 9th where I borrowed all of my friends and took 9 squads of 10 with Stalker Bolters and cleared somebody off a field on turn 1. That was really fun. It was Azrael, it was the Bubble of Doom. It was a lot of fun. Whew. Okay, continuing over here, we have 3 ATVs, all with multi-meltas, which now might switch to the Gatling gun, because the Gatling gun is pretty good. Then we have 9 Outriders, which I might want to double this to 18 and run big giant squads with the ATVs in here, because if you take an Apothecary, you can resurrect one. Oh, I don't know if they can, if the Dark Angels have their... Oh, I'm not sure. That might not be a strat anymore. I haven't really looked at Dark Angels too much in 40k, I'll be honest. I play more 30k. 10th edition is good, except for Victor. Like, Victor's armies got nerfed and my sister's got nerfed. But overall, we like it. We have 1 squad of heavy intercessors with the bolters and a heavy bolter. They're just there. Then we have, oh Jesus, so many veterans. There are so many veterans. If you don't know, I like Terminators. I have upwards of 100 Terminators. These are not all of them. There's still a lot unpainted. But I wanted to bring out mostly painted stuff, if not all painted stuff, except for those 3. I put those 3 out because I'm still working on them. So, let's go like this. We have the Back to School Dreadnought. We have a Leviathan Dreadnought. We have a Chaplain Dreadnought. We have a Contemptor Dreadnought. We have a Contemptor Dreadnought. Castafarum Dreadnought. Castafarum Dreadnought. A Castafarum Dreadnought. A Deredeo Dreadnought. Whew. There's a lot of Dreadnoughts. Then we have our smaller Dreadnoughts. We have the Centurions. And these guys, honestly, with a different head, look pretty cool. With less armor up top, I think they came out really good. I know they look a bit silly still because their legs just look like Legos. They actually look like giant Lego men. But still, I like them. Then in front of them, we have our aggressor units. We have 1 with the Flamestorm Gauntlets and 1 unit with the Boltstorm Gauntlets. Then in front of them, we have Eradicators. We have 3 units of them. 4 units of them? No, 1, 2, 3 units of them. Then, next to them, we have Blade Guard Veterans. We have 9 of them. I think 9 is a solid number for them. I do want to get 1 more Blade Guard Veteran, but usually I'll just throw the Lieutenant with them and say it's a Blade Guard Veteran, so that they can get 2 squads of 5. Then we have a Terminator Squad, a Relic Terminator Squad, or a Cataphractii. Yeah, Cataphractii unit with Power Fist and Combi Weapon. Then we have a unit, and this unit is not full, you'll notice, there's 3 missing. But we have 2 more units like this, with all Power Swords and Combi Weapons, and their Combi Weapon is going to be a Volkite. I just need to find one and then cast it myself, so that I can get like 50 Combi Volkite weapons for all of my Terminators. Then we have a unit of Cataphracts with Lightning Claws in front of them. Then we have a unit of completely, utterly useless garbage, the Tartaros Armor, which is only good with like 2 legions, and one of those being Imperial Fist, where they can take a Storm Shield. But they have a Lightning Claw and a Combi Flamer. This used to be an okay configuration. This is just bad. Then we have some Dark Angel Veteran Terminators. I use these as just my Indomitable or Indominus Thunderhammer Storm Shield Terminators for 30k. And in 40k, they're the Command Squad. Then we have the Death Squad, the Cenobium Terminators. I have 10 of them. They have their Plasma Caster as well as their Tyrannic Greatswords. I don't do any with Thunderhammers. I don't think the Thunderhammer is worth it when you give them Deathwing. Then we have, oh, there's still so much more. We have a Tactical Support Squad with Meltaguns, 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 a Tactical Support Squad with Volkite Calivers, a Tactical Support Squad with Volkite Calivers. This is the other Death Squad of Plasma Burners. If you don't know what a plasma burner is, it is the best weapon in Horus Heresy. And I will go and fight anybody on that. It is the best weapon. It is banned in games of 2,500 points and only allowed at games of 3,000 points. These are our own house rules. And you're only allowed 1 unit. That is my custom rule for myself to limit this unit because of how powerful it is. Then we have a bunch of apothecaries. We have a Primaris, a Terminator, and 2 regular apothecaries. We have my Counsel Lars, or whatever you call them. This one's a Mortat, this one's a Champion, this one's an Armatus, or Armatos, and this one is the guy that can take robots with him, whose name I forget. We also have a bunch of Forge Lords, but we'll get to them, and we got to them. These are all of our Tech Marines and Forge Lords and Primaris Tech Marines. Most of them have a full servo harness, and some of them just have, like these 3 are just the Forge Lords that are pretty bad. Not the Forge Lords. The Forge Lords are really good. These are the Tech Marine Covenant that's kind of just decent. But if you can take Forge Lords, you take Forge Lords. I ordered 2 more of these guys so I can have 3 in my army. So Horus Heresy doesn't actually have a rule of 3. So you can technically just bring like a bunch of these guys, but they do take up an HQ slot. So you do have to be careful. So I do want to do 3 of them and then Lion as the leader and just have a bunch of vehicles. As you can see, I like my vehicles. I really like vehicles. I really like my tanks. So, standing behind them, we have all of our Primaris Lieutenants. We have the 2 here that don't really have weapons. One has a Power Sword, one has a Stalker Bolter. Then we have the Relic Sword, Shield, and Neo-Volkite Pistol, which is the really good one. And then we have the Lone Operative one, not the Lone Operative one, the Phobos one, I can't remember his name. Standing behind him, we have our Gully Suit Librarian. Then we have a Librarian, Counsel Lars, however you're supposed to say it. Then we have a Primaris one, and he's got, whoop, if this thing wants to focus, come on, he's got a really cool helmet on. Then behind him, we have the Ancients. We only have 3. That's the Blade Guard Veteran Ancient. For tactical squads, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 tactical squads. 2 Marines are missing, sorry. Couldn't find them. Whew. Okay, did we get everything? I think that's everything on the table. No, it isn't. We forgot a few things. What did we forget? Oh, right. We forgot some fun stuff. And I gotta do this off camera because I set this up to be funny. So, we have a captain. And this is Corswain for the Dark Angels. He looks fire. I'm really happy with how I painted him, and I'm really happy with his face. His face came out so good. Then we have a captain. 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 And this is Marduk. I'm really happy with how these checkers came out on the shoulder. I'm not good at painting checker marks. Then we have a captain. Then we have a captain. And a captain. A captain. This is my stand-in for Azrael. I need to put him on a bigger base. We have a captain. I want Dark Angel fans to figure out which captain this is supposed to be. I'll give you a hint. He has 5 different grenades and an axe. Then we have a captain. Then we have Nathaniel Gyro, who is also a captain. But that's not all. There are captains that aren't even in my Space Marine army anymore. We have a captain with Scythe. We have a captain. This is an Imperial Fist Deathwatch captain. Then we have an Ultramarines captain. Then we have the big boy himself. This is not my model. This is actually a friend's model's. This is Lee. He painted this up and he is lending it to me. I have the other lion from 40K. But that's not all. We have chaplains. We have a chaplain. 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 We have another chaplain. We have another chaplain. We have another chaplain. And then finally, another chaplain. Oh yeah, and then we got this guy. We only have one of him. Oh, and I forgot. A chaplain, just in case. We have so many captains, so many chaplains. And this is the entirety, well, most of it, of my Space Marine army.
Now the real question is, how many points is all this?
So in 9th edition,
We're not even ready.
in total, in 9th edition, this was 25,000 points. Now, it's probably more than that. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. As always, tell me what you think of the army. Tell me your comments down below, and what do you think I should add to this army? I'm thinking more Sicarans, another Scorpius, more veterans, more Terminators. Alright guys, love you guys. Bye!